You have to have humility to prepare for what's coming, Curry said. There's a lot of noise around our team. I don't envy his position to find minutes for everybody. At the end of the day, it's about winning. Someone else will coach USA 4 years from now. Perhaps Eric Spoelstra or Ty Lue, both assistants on this team. As for Kerr, he's one of the most decorated basketball people in history. 9 NBA championships as a player and coach, and 2 Olympic gold medals, one as an assistant. 5. France is no pastry. It's always tricky to forecast the next world power in basketball, second to the USA, that is, but France is making a compelling case to be very good for a very long time. And maybe the USA's biggest threat. The first reason is obvious. Victor Wembanyama showed last season with the Spurs, and confirmed it in the gold medal game with 26 points and 7 rebounds, that he's the next great foreign player. He can follow in line behind Giannis Antetokounmpo, Nikola Jokic and Luka Doncic, among active players. Wemby's game translates internationally, making him a dynamic FIBA player. I'm learning, and I'm worried for opposing players in a couple of years, he said. France's pipeline elsewhere is strong, especially for a country its size and a country that, like many in Europe, puts soccer first. The NBA influence here is evident, and it's convincing kids that there's more than one sport. Remember, 3 French players were taken in the top 6 picks of June's NBA draft. Another is coming soon in 18-year-old Nolan Traoré. In a sense, they'll get seasoning in the NBA to one day play for France and attempt an Olympic takeover. This makes a second straight silver medal for France in the Olympics, with the USA denying the French each time for the gold. 4 years from now, there most likely won't be LeBron and Steph and KD on Team USA. The Los Angeles Games in 2028 could represent the best chance to deny the USA. France's chance of winning Saturday was ruined by 2 bad passes and a missed free throw while trailing by 6 points in the final few minutes, and too much Curry. Hardly reason for shame. As the United States Olympic vessel glided down the Seine, LeBron James, donning a white blazer and fluorescent rain poncho, stood presidential. Selected as the first man in USA basketball history to serve as flag bearer for the United States delegation at an opening ceremony, James captained hundreds of Americans through the Parisian downpour, never removing his hands from the Star-Spangled Banner. "We all come from different walks of life," James said after learning of the nomination. "The last thing on our mind is carrying a flag representing our country during the Olympics. I understand how prestigious it is, not only for us, but for all the Olympians. I hold that with the utmost honor." While the nation's most celebrated athletes waved to onlookers scattered from the Austerlitz Bridge to the twinkling Eiffel Tower, James, as he's been throughout his fabled basketball career, was the spectacle among spectacles. The same notion applies when he laces up those size 15 sneakers. On the 2024 USA men's national team, a platoon littered with perennial NBA All-Stars, postseason performers and hoops fixtures, the 39-year-old bound for his 22nd professional campaign still steers the ship. "I'm blown away by his effort, his concentration and his focus," 2024 USA national team head coach Steve Kerr said of James. "Every single drill he talks. Even in a shoot-around, his voice is behind the play, and he's yelling out what's happening. The guy is incredible. I've known that forever, but to see that up close is pretty special." While James's attention to detail first emerged as a freshman at St. Vincent St. Mary High School in Akron, Ohio, he ignited his USA basketball national team tenure as a 19-year-old at the Olympic Games Athens 2004. He, alongside basketball brothers Dwayne Wade and Carmelo